My name is Nicole, the Psychic Mom. I'm one of your new hosts for 2022. I'm really excited and grateful to be here, and I hope you are too. Thanks for joining and coming on. Today, I want to share a little bit with you about who I am, my journey, how I got here, and then at the end of the call, we're going to take a caller for a reading, just to give you an idea of how I work and who I am. So let's get right to it. First, I want to talk about the show. My ideas for the show moving forward and what you can expect is I'm going to share with you a lot about me and about my journey, because I know there are a lot of other people out there like me who are intuitive and who are psychic, and they just don't know it and they don't know how to use it. And I want to share my journey with you and inspire you to live a more intuitive lifestyle if that's something that you're interested in, or if you're just here for the stories, they're going to be fun too. And yeah, so I'm going to do that and also do a reading every show for the callers, give back. So that's what this is going to be. And I hope you'll come back every week and join me. I'll be here every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me tell you a little about me. My name's Nicole. I'm a mom. I am a wife. I'm a sister. I'm all those things. I have 4 kids. I have a senior son. I have a freshman son. I have a 6th grade son and a 4th grade daughter. And I have a dog, Louis, a Frenchie. He's adorable. He's the best. I love him. And I used to be a stay-at-home mom. I used to stay home all the time. And I mean, I'm not downplaying that at all. It's the biggest job in the world. And I'm so proud of all the years I put in and the incredible little humans that I'm raising. But it became time for me to expand. And this expansion, awakening, if you want to call it, coincided with my youngest going off to school. Surprise, surprise. Her going to school offered me, I think, that time to actually pay attention to the things that were happening to me and give myself a little bit more attention. So that's what I did. And I guess it started back, well, one of the biggest questions I get all the time is, were you always psychic? Were you always intuitive? You're going to hear me use those words, intuitive and psychic, as the same, because to me, they're pretty much the same. But was I always psychic intuitive? And I will say, yes, I believe that I was. When I was young, I didn't recognize it as such. I thought that, well, first I thought that everybody was experiencing the same things I did. And then when I realized they weren't, I got scared. And I also had a lot of people, telling me, oh, it's your imagination. Oh, you're making stuff up. You're being a kid. And I knew that I wasn't, so I stopped talking about it. I used to see spirit in the form of shadows. I don't anymore see them in the form of shadows. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is for me. And I used to hear them. And that was probably the biggest for me was hearing them. Hearing them call my name, hearing them tell me things. And yeah, it was pretty interesting. And then as I grew older, especially when I became an older teen and went to college, I kind of stuffed all that stuff down. I will say, though, I used my intuition when I felt it was necessary. Is the situation dangerous? Is that person a creep? But I definitely tuned in, but I didn't recognize that I was doing that in an intuitive, psychic way. I just naturally did it. And I think a lot of other people do too. Because you're probably listening to this like, well, yeah, I can tell too. And that's true. But anyway, so then I went on to college. I got married, had kids, and boy, a lot of intuitive moments. And that's one of the reasons I'm really passionate about trying to bring some lightness and some awareness to mothers. I really believe mothers are the most intuitive beings on the planet, and we second guess ourselves constantly. We always think, well, not really sure about that, or did I really? We second guess ourselves, and I really want to empower everyone, and especially moms, because you need the support. You need the support of others, and you need the confidence in yourself to know that those feelings that you're feeling are honest, they're true, they're going to protect you, they're going to lead you in the best possible situations for you and your family. So you need to listen to them. So anyway, I had kids. I was very, distracted from paying attention to these natural experiences that I was having. But, however, let's look back to about 2016, I think it was. A dear friend of ours passed away. And at that time, I had already been going to see a psychic on occasion that my cousin actually introduced me to for fun. And I probably went to see her prior to that about, I don't know, once or twice for the past 5, 6 years. I'm not sure the dates exactly, but I went to see her and I was totally blown away by the things that she would tell me. And I knew from my experiences with her that this was something. I mean, I knew she didn't even know my last name, like that she knew nothing. And she would tell me things about people and things that were going to happen and they'd come true or it was amazing. So I secretly went to her. I didn't even really share this with many people. My cousin knew, my mom knew, some other people knew, but there's, especially where I grew up, kind of distrust of anybody psychic or intuitive. And so I kind of kept it to myself. But during that period, I really started to understand, like, oh, this is not a joke. This is not a fake. These people they're really tapping into something. And once I realized that she could do it, and I started to feel those things and know those things again myself, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. And I brought it up to her one day. Her name's Michelle. And I said, hey, Michelle, I kind of feel like I know these things and these things are happening to me. And she was like, I was wondering when you're going to say something, kind of a deal. And we got into a conversation about it. She gave me some books to learn more and some direction on where to go. But I was totally insecure about it. Didn't know if I trusted really anything still, and kind of put it on the back burner. Fast forward to 2016 and our close friend died. It was devastating. Anybody that's lost someone who's really close to you, it's devastating, rocks your world, right? And you will do anything to have another moment, another feeling, to just know that they're okay. And so I began asking, hey, I need to know that you're okay. I need to know that you're here. And things started to happen. Pictures fell off the wall, not just any pictures relative to this person and places that we had been. Weird things with my phone. There's a bunch of things, but to me, I knew it was him, and I knew, okay, if he can talk to me and we can communicate like this, then I'm onto something here. This is cool, and I need to learn how to do it, and I need to learn so that I can communicate with him. And so I started taking classes and reading tons of books and looking stuff up online. It was a lot. And then fast forward, it was about another year or two even. I have no explanation why it happened when it did, but I was blow drying my hair. I was blow drying my hair in the bathroom, and I started to get the name of somebody over and over again in my head. And I kept hearing it, and I was like, oh gosh, okay. Who is this? Who is this? And as soon as I said that, instantly, I just knew who this person was. And it turned out to be the grandmother of a close friend of mine, her husband. And I knew that it was that person because that's what I was hearing. And I was like, what? Okay. Kind of blowing it off. Like, am I just imagining this? But it felt weird. It felt different. And so then I said, okay, well, tell me something else about yourself as I'm blow drying my hair. And she went on to tell me some other personal details about herself that I then was able to go and text this person and say, hey, you have a grandmother with this name, and did she have this and do this and blah, blah, blah. And this person was like, how do you know these things? And that for me was the door. That was the real step in that I thought, wow. So let me give you a little difference here. So psychic intuitiveness is sensing things about others. I'm also a medium. And the difference here is that a medium doesn't just sense things about others, they actually communicate with the spirits in the other world. I know this might be mind blowing for some of you, but let me just break it for you. Okay. Let me just tell you now, this happens. This is real and this is true. I've done so many readings, and I know I have a lot of friends and family on the call today. Thank you for coming. I'm really excited that you're here listening to this, and you may be wondering, why did she not tell me? Why did she not say anything? She must be lying. And let me tell you something. This is a very spiritual experience. This is a very personal experience. It's amazing. And in the beginning, I didn't want to share it. I didn't even share it with my closest family members. It was something that I needed to explore on my own and understand so well to my core that before I could communicate it with other people. So I just want you guys to know that first, right? And after, well, so the mediumship part of it also is controversial for some people, depending upon your beliefs. So that was another reason I kept that to myself. But, at this point, I've done so many, and there's no doubt, not one shred of doubt in my mind what's happening. I know it can happen. I know it exists. So I'm here standing up saying this to you guys in hopes that you'll explore it some more for yourself. Go ahead and get some books, take some courses, ask me, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to explain it to you. So anyway, after this happened, and I realized that not only was I psychic intuitive and I could feel what people were like before I even met them, what their personalities were like, what kind of things they were interested in. Were they good people? Were they bad people? What kind of families did they come from? That information was somehow available to me, and I just absorb it and take it in, and it's just knowledge to me. The mediumship part I don't do as I'm walking around. I know some of you might know, what's her name? Teresa Caputo. She does it on the street. She does it when she's in the restaurant. That's not me. I probably could if I wanted to. I don't do it unless I am sitting down and intending to do it. So that's the difference there. And I love it. I love it. I'd be happy to discuss it. And this is what we're going to talk about on the show. This journey into my discovery of this, and how it came to be, all the things that I learned so I can share with you. And if it's something you're interested in learning, you can learn too. Okay, I'm running out of time about talking about myself. I hope I gave you a little bit of the information about my journey and about myself. We'll talk more every week about stuff. So, but right now I do want to take a caller. I want to do a reading for someone on the line, and yeah, Blabbermouth has Blabbermouth. I believe you said we've got Susie. Is that correct?
That's correct. Hello, Nicole.
Hi, Susie. Thank you so much for calling in. It's nice to meet you. What can I look into for you today, Susie?
I would love to know about my love life, if possible.
Your love life. Okay. I absolutely love to do relationship readings. It's one of my favorite.
Wonderful.
Let me ask you.
That's great.
Are you already in a relationship, Susie?
I am currently, and have taken a little step back, however.
Okay. All right. So then do you want me to look at the relationship with you and that person, or would you like me to look at what might be holding you back from finding a better match? I can look at however you want me to look at it.
Anything that lies ahead in the next little while would be helpful.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. I don't know. Okay.
It does. So what I'm going to you, Susie. Just kind of give me a minute. I'm going to tap in, see what's going on with you and love and expectations and all that stuff. And then I'll start rattling off stuff as it comes to me. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So, all right, Susie. So, what I feel like for you, I feel like initially going in, you are so enthusiastic. You're so open-hearted. You're open-minded. Actually, you're not quick to judge. You want to give everybody a fair shake and a fair chance. You do have some hard nose. I'm not gonna go here. I'm not gonna do that. And I feel like that comes from past relationships and past things that you've learned. And let's see. Is there someone in your past that you're hoping will make a return?
Not my past, no.
Okay. Because I feel like you've got someone on your mind. Let me tell you. Yeah, you've got to tell me who it is, Susie, because I can feel that you've got feelings for somebody. Oh, you've got someone in your mind. So who is this person?
A friend. Yes, you are correct.
Okay. And let me tell you a little bit what I feel about him. I feel like he is I want to call him kind of a gentle giant. He's one of those guys who is not going to be very forthcoming with his feelings, but yet soft and tender. You know that beneath the quiet big guy, like, bravado that he's not bravado-ish. He doesn't show off, and he's not that kind of, but he's just a kind of a gentle giant kind of guy. And beneath that, you already know there's somebody in there that's sweet and tender, right? And I think that's what's drawing you to this guy. He is a good guy. I feel, though, that he has some bit of a guard up. He's been burned. He's had some heartbreak, and in a way that's left him really guarded. Okay, but that guard can be broken down. And Susie, I know you have the power to do it. It is so does he have kids, or do you have kids? Is there kids already somewhere here?
He has kids, and I have a child as well.
Okay. So there's going to be some need for discretion first. Okay. Whose child is it? Hang on here. There's definitely one that is not going to be real keen on this. And it's a boy. Is there a boy in the mix?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And he's a tough kid. He's just a tough kid, and he's not going to be too keen on it. But if there's discretion in the beginning, and he can see that you're not being pushed on him, or you're not being even like what's the word, put, because his fear is you'll end up being put before him. Okay, so if he can see that that's not happening, and that there's care being taken, then he'll take better to it. And I know that his name is Mike.
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I did you say his name was Mike? Actually, don't answer that.
No.
Okay. You don't have to. You do not have to tell me his name. Okay. But just for reference's sake, the guy, he is going to be concerned about those things. So he's going to be just a little more on guard with everything. But I know I can feel besides the on guardness, I can feel there's hope there. He has some hope for something happening. So I don't know if you've already approached this guy, but if you haven't, he's already got this in his head, but he's being cautious. Okay. So there's definitely that possibility. Let's see. The one other thing I want to point out, and I don't like to give bad information or things that aren't happy, but I feel like awareness of potential challenges are a good thing. It's a good thing because with awareness you can address it and move on from it without it being something that pops out of nowhere and turns into something big. So anyway, one of the challenges I see here is just that he is kind of set in his ways. He does things a certain way. He is quietly, what's the word? Not meticulous, but he has certain ways to do certain things. And one challenge will be mending your two ways, blending your two ways. So if you can go into the situation with that awareness, I think it will be easier to manage. Now, he might not say anything about it. He might try to keep quiet about it. And I think this is because it will, with your awareness and knowing ahead of time, you can make it better. Okay. Because he is not the kind of guy who's going to want to rock the boat. He'll bite his tongue before he says anything. And he certainly doesn't want to hurt anybody. He really is a tender guy who does not want to hurt anybody's feelings. I think he's a great guy for you, Susie. I really do. I see some great potential there. I never like to give future predictions because we all have free will, and you know what can come up tomorrow and change your mind completely in the direction of. We all have many paths, but I see if you take this path, I do see happiness ahead for you. Do you have any other about it? Anything else around?
Anything in regards to, so relationship, yes. Anything on either moving or any big changes possibly that you could see?
Moving and big changes. Okay. Okay, I got to bring up the dog that I see. I don't know if you guys already have a dog. There's going to be a dog. There's not one already. Do you have a dog?
I have lots.
I
have lots, and somebody wants one. Yes.
Oh,
Get that.
Love it. Okay. We got those dogs. Susie, I feel like you have also been paying more attention to yourself and how do I put this? Kind of making sure that you are prettying yourself up. Not that you didn't do this before, but putting a little extra in, or there's a little more extra pep in your step, which is exciting. I feel that about you. And I can say that when you do that, you are calling that energy into you more. So continue to do what you're doing. I feel like I want to touch my hair. I don't know if you've gotten a haircut or you're thinking about it. But
I just did, yes.
So those doing those things that make you more excited about yourself and how you look will draw more happiness and those kinds of feelings. So keep doing it. Yeah. So I'm not picking up a move quite at this time, so I'm not gonna say that.
Perfect.
But I think just keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. Things are moving positively for you. And Susie, I am out of time, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for coming today and being on the call with me. This is my first radio show, so woohoo! Thank you, Susie.
You did awesome. Thank you, Nicole.
Come back next week. I'll be here every Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I said, we'll be talking about my journey, what I've learned about all of that, and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, excuse me. And I'll be doing everybody. So thanks again, Susie. Thanks everybody who listened in tonight. I hope you'll come back and join me again. This is going to be fun. And if you have questions in general questions about psychic, intuitiveness, mediumship, anything like that, look me up on The Psychic Mom on Facebook, Instagram, thepsychicmom.com. I also have a Patreon group where you can subscribe and get intuitive content sent directly to you under The Psychic Mom on Patreon. So thanks, everybody. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful week.